So, it's all about layers in the network, ma'am.
These layers are actually tilted up to make a 7-tiered layer. The first is the physical layer. It deals with network design and hardware, such as physical cables, network interface cards, and wireless radios, beside other electronic devices. Encoding of bits in the medium is also decided by this layer. Finally, the transfer of each bit of data is responsibility of this layer. Then comes the data link layer. Encoding and decoding of data packets into bits is done at this layer, and the packets are provided reliable transmission by using the services of the physical layer, which is responsible for transmitting bits over the medium. The next is network layer. Just like a traffic policeman, the basic functions of network layer are routed and control on congestion. It deals with deciding how the packets will be routed from source to destination. The word routing means the route taken or how the transfer will take place. After that is the function of the transport layer. To know how the transport layer works, let us consider the data as the domestic load, which has to be transported from one place to another. Like at home, we first need to prepare the bulk of load into small manageable packets. Each packet requires to be marked with the necessary details at its both ends, such as to what is it and where is it headed to. Transport layer provides transfer of data between the end systems or hosts transparently, and it ensures data transfer is completed. In essence, data is broken down and packets are made and ensured that the data arrives free of any errors, and then it is finally correctly reassembled. Now comes the session layer. Just when you log in for a session, this layer primarily deals with the sessions, which includes establishing and maintaining a session. Sometimes a session breaks, but when it is reconnected, the session starts from the same place where it was broken up. After that is the presentation layer. As you might know, that data can be sent in different formats by different sources, which makes it difficult for computers to communicate. Presentation layer encodes the data in a standard network format and the vice versa. This layer is concerned with the syntax and semantics of the information transmitted. The seventh layer is the application layer. The application protocols meant for getting access to the network are part of this layer. There are several such protocols which function in the application layer. For example, commonly used protocol for web browsing is HTTP, and for file transfer, it is FTP.
So this is how the internet is protected from intruders, Nandita ma'am?
Yes, Rajesh. However, also need to know about the protocols in the application layer. Let me explain. Well, Rajesh, when we talk about protocols in the network, there are also some other things necessary to keep the network safe.
What are these, ma'am?
The protocols used in the application layer are called Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, which is also shortly called SMTP, used for transferring email. Internet Message Access Protocol, or IMAP, and Post Office Protocol version 3, or POP3 as it is known, play a critical role in the process. They are the most commonly used Internet mail protocols for retrieving emails. Both these protocols are supported by all modern email clients and web servers. Quite interestingly, Rajesh, you always got to remember what are the precautions before clicking on a link in the internet.
What precautions, Nandita ma'am?
Once you have typed the website address or clicked a link, your computer queries the DNS system, starting with the root. It will point towards the record for the destination you are looking for. As soon as you reach your specific query, you will be looked up with the assistance of the main destination server. At this point, you will be required to find the way to reach your destination. After you have found the location of the destination site, it needs to know that it is required to send you the data. The real help will come from the network in the form of the browser, which interprets the click of your mouse as a command in Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP, which is nothing but simply defining as to how to ask and deliver content. Application layer handles the HTTP of the destination site and also for your system. The packets are then reassembled and sent to you as the web page you had asked for. Most interesting part of the movement of the packets is that they only have their identity written on their front and back side and their destination marked on it. Take for example how a very cautious mother sends a child to school. She will put an identity tab on her child's uniform. Similarly, network layer plays the role to route or navigate the packets of data moving from your computer to the destination server and back. Internet globally has got a huge number of public or private organizations who have formed nodes called autonomous systems, AS. These nodes identify each of these traveling data packets and direct them within their network if the destination falls within. Else, nodes consult a routing table and pass them on to the node nearest to the destination. Today, billions of users exist on the internet, and there are large numbers of gatekeepers too.
So, ma'am, it is very important for us to behave responsibly while using the internet.
Definitely, Rajesh. As I have already told you, that billions of people are now using the net for different purposes, and some of them may not be operating on it for the right purpose. To go for a recap of what you have learnt so far, just click on any of the buttons on the screen. IP address. The IP address is useful to locate and reach any destination. In our case, we are trying to find the address of a particular university server. Since we already know about Transport Control Protocols, TCP, Internet Protocol, IP, and know that TCP or IP-enabled joining of various networks and creation of the network of networks. Domain Name System, DNS. Domain Name System is better known as DNS, was invented in 1983. The job assigned to DNS was to connect domain name to its corresponding IP address. The DNS is global and decentralized, and the names are not repeated. ISO, Open System Interconnection OSI model. ISO Open System Interconnection OSI model lists 7 layers in network protocol. They are physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. The network layer plays the role to route or navigate the packets of data moving from your computer to the destination server and back.